Welcome to the double header with eSeniors today at Spa. We're doing two splits today. We're starting Group 2 in a moment with qualifying, and at 1:30 Central Time we're gonna do the Group 1. So we're at Spa. Very classic track. I always like to do a little history lesson. It was designed in 1920. And on the first race in 1921, they only had one car. So I guess they didn't do any racing then. But it's 4.3 miles, 7 kilometers and 20 turns. And we know it obviously from Formula 1 and also the 24 hours of Spa. They do a lot of endurance on this track. And the standings for Group 2 right now is Don Queen, you can see there, has 188, and right behind him is Radislav Vishrek, who was the winner of last race. Aaron Shannon in P3, he didn't start the last race. Richard McKay placed P5, he has 150 points, so he's sharing the P3 right now, and on 149 points, Olli Linnortner, so P16 last race. And you see this little strike over means that we are taking off the worst result and cannot do that during the series. And this is a 12 race series, so we're almost halfway. What else is there to say? Yes, we need to thank our sponsors, Syndeo and Sim3D. Syndeo is a broker for telecommunications. So if you have a business that needs telecommunication solutions, contact Syndeo. They operate in Canada. And Sim3D is doing awesome hardware for sim racing. You can find us on SIMGRID, and we stream the data to Pitwall Live, and you can see that you can see our data stream as well as the Twitch on that. Yeah, this is Timmy. I have him in my lap, so he's the one that you can hear once in a while. So I'm gonna show you a little graphic I use when Timmy is barking. So then I mute, and then you know what's going on. We have 2 more minutes. And Spa is an interesting race because the track is so fast. There's really only a couple of braking points, and we're going to look at the track layout in a little bit after the qualifying is completed. And I've been trying hard to really, improve my time there. I'm going to do the endurance race tomorrow, so I've been in the Audi, which I'm not used to, so that's a little bit new for me. So welcome on the stream. If you want to do like and subscribe, I appreciate it. I'm going to remind you in a little bit. I see a couple of people watching. And if you're new to eSeniors, on the chat, I put kind of the link to our website. So we're a group of 50 plus age-wise racers, and we are doing racing every day. We do 2 championships, but then during the weekdays, it's just kind of fun races of the current track. So a lot of fun. That's a way for you to get into it. You can find us on SIMGRID and connect there to our Discord, because we want you to be age verified to make sure that you're actually over 50. So it's a fair racing, and it's a great organization. I've been part of that for quite some time. I think we're getting into the qualifying. I'm going to get us over to the stream to view and get my windows in order. Move things around a little bit. And the little Timmy cam looks like that. Timmy cam is on when he's barking and I have to mute, and so if you don't hear me, that's why. So qualifying is underway. And when I race around here, I think, yeah, I kind of just, I'm able to heat up the tires in one lap. So we're gonna see hot laps. Who is the first out here? Driver 747. Yeah, Kanson that we're following. He's the first guy out. I think we're gonna see into the 219s, alien territory. I think that is 218 to 17. That's kind of alien territory. And the aliens, sort of, we have a couple of those, and they are gonna race tomorrow or later on today in this today's doubleheader. And I'm not gonna race today. I'm gonna focus on driving the Audi and try to improve with that one for the endurance racing on tomorrow. Yeah, you like the Timmy cam there, right? Yeah, it's awesome. Right now he's in. I actually have two other dogs here, which is my daughters, and they quiet for the moment. Normally it's Timmy that rile them up. Kansund is probably the first one we're gonna see on a hot lap. So let's follow him in the cockpit. Oops, trying to get into the cockpit with him. There we go. Coming through La Source. And here it's so La Source is really the last braking point before you get through the whole straight, unless you need to brake here. Seem to have a good run up to Camel Straight. And here is the next braking point in Lecombe. You want to get on the right side, you go up on that curb, and you also want to go up a little bit on that curb to get the help to turn. And here, want to maximize. Here's another braking area. You're gonna do this little kind of tight, stay tight, don't go up too much on those curbs. And here you want to get over to the right side so you can negotiate this turn, and don't go wide here, you can get track penalties. Coming down to Puhon. You want to apex. Here's your second apex. Now we're getting into the Stabilot complex. Stabilot is actually the town where Spa, the racetrack Spa, is located, so that's where that's named from. And what you want to get close and kind of kiss the apex and go wide here so you can maximize, because this is that was the last braking point before you get to the bus stop. And I've been really trying to go wide there. You can go a little bit wider than you think. I think the edge of the allowed, how wide you can go, is on the outside of the curbing. And you brake hard here into the bus stop. I think he had a valid track or valid lap, so he comes in on the 2:19.4. That's not bad. So he's the fastest right now. So Don is the leader in the championship right now, and so I'm very interested to see how where is he? Radislav, how he gonna do? Because he was the winner the last, so he has that's really a guy that has stepped up and have a really good pace. We have a lot of cars. We have 26 cars on track. The cars are kind of good, pretty good spread right now. So no one would really get impeded. Having a look at Radislav coming down. I like that livery, looks very cool. And Kansun from Sweden, his lap time is still holding to 19.4. I think Radislav is doing good here. He's not really in any traffic. Looks to have a really good run. Let's get in the cockpit with him. And here you really have to place yourself right to be able to not lift and not go wide coming into the hard braking area. And here you want to go out wide, get on the throttle and don't be afraid to go wide. I've been trying to avoid that, but you really need to go out wide. Let's see what okay, he's in P3 right now with a high 219, so 219.997 for Vishek. Let's see who is on the roll here. Hopkins is up 0.7 coming into the bus stop, so he would get maybe into P3 provisional with this if he can stay. Yeah, there he is, P3 for Hopkins, 219.8. Who else is on the run? Statis, Dimitri, let's see. Come on. He's up over a second. He's in P9 right now. Oh, he must have been, he must have had a disqualified lap there. So he has to start over. Shannon coming through in the Honda. He's up 1.3. And Shannon goes into P6. Don is right now in P2. I'm sorry, P5. Kansun's time still 219.4, still holding. Who else is on a runner? Hopkins, I want to see some a little bit. Rob Hupje, the Aston Martin with the Red Bull livery, looks very smart. He's up a couple of tenths. Switch over to Nikos. Nikos in this pretty Gulf livery. Nikos, who is our resident artist when it comes to these liveries, doing a great job. You can also find his work online. Race department, I think it is. Doing some fantastic work in that department. Hopkins is up 0.6. That would actually, yeah, he would get into P1 with this provisional pole. He's up 0.6. Really, really good job. We can hold it together coming through. Oh, nice traffic there. Moved aside on him coming in hot. He's up 0.8. Come on now, let's see. There we go. P1 for Bruce Hopkins. Did a 2:19.2. That's a really good lap. See if anyone is going to be able to touch him. Shannon is coming fast. Let's see, he's coming into the... Okay, we think Hopkins. All right. Shannon, let's see what he can do. Shannon up to P5. Let me know if there's someone you want to see. With Custom Gay coming in. Currently in P18, he's up 0.7, so he should be able to get to maybe P7, 15, 16. All right, yeah, P16 for Custom Gay. Good job there. So, who else? Okay, Hopkins is in on even hotter lap. 0.3. I mean, he's looking to go into the 218s if he can keep this. Yeah, I agree. He's done a really good job. Let's see where he was last race. I don't think he's been racing too many. I'm trying to find him here, Hopkins. Okay, Bruce. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so he didn't start race number 3, but he was P2. P2 last race. So yeah, absolutely, he's really a contender here. I would think that maybe Radislav would be a little bit further up. Let's look at Lee Ellis. He is a 0.6. That would put him in maybe P14, P15 perhaps. Hey Derek, welcome. Terry, AJ. Benny Heim, one of our newer drivers, representing Germany. He's up 0.6. See where Ellis will finish coming into the bus stop. It's up 0.6, so he would get into maybe P16. P17 for Lee Ellis. Hopkins still in the lead. Radislav up 0.2 as he starts. So he must have got a good run out of last turn. So he's up he's not even through Eau Rouge and he's up 0.2. Hey Billy, welcome to the stream. Don't forget that like button, give it some love. So we're nearing the finish of qualifying. That's a minute left. Britos is up 0.5 at this point. Let's see where that would place him. That could get me in the P7 if he can keep this up. P8, P7 is currently in P10. Daniel Britos from Argentina. Hopkins is still provisional pole. I think that's the way it's going to sit. Next to him is going to be Kamsund. Next row, Linnorter and Radislav. So that's going to be a very interesting little battle, I think. So that's the end of qualifying. Britos is still on around 0.4. He's up. See if he's going to improve his position. I think he could get into P8 if he can keep it up. Losing a little bit of time. Now he's gaining. Oh, he might get into P7 here. There you go, P6 for Daniel Britos. That's awesome, congratulations for that. So now I'm gonna just do a little break and I will be back. We are back. Let's do the traditional track walk. Spa-Francorchamps. Such a great track. Normally it's raining here when you do any type of endurance. Coming into La Source, last breaking point until you get all the way through Eau Rouge up to this braking area where we're probably going to see maybe a pandemonium. Le Combe coming down the hill, going through kind of downhill in this beautiful part of the world. Pouhon coming into the Stavelot section. And here is the last breaking point until you go through this really fast segment, going through the Blanchimont and into the bus stop. And that is our view of Spa-Francorchamps that opened 1920. I don't know if everyone heard that, but the first race they had in 1921, there was only one car that wanted to race. So but today we have a different situation. We have 26 cars on track, and here we go. We're gonna set up for my view. There we go. So Hopkins P1. Next to him is Kansund, Olli Linnortner, Radislav Vischerek that won the last race, Shannon, and Britos P6, Don Queen, the leader of the championship, McKay, Ferreira from Portugal, Peter David, Dimitri Statis. Unfortunately, I don't have his livery. He has a new livery, but so I apologize for that. I was really trying hard. Opie, Caballero, Uruguay, Parks, USA, and Banks, and Thomas Rainier, Canada, 17, Jeremy Robas, Benny Heim, Lielis, United States, Caston Gay, Canada, Odette from Canada, and we have Frederick Tennant, the brother of Frank, and Dimitris from Margaritis from Greece, and Andy Skelton, and on the last row, Savage, Philippe from France, and Mr. David Lawrence. We're about to start rolling down through La Source. So I hope it's gonna be clean race. We always hope for that here as eSeniors. We try to take it easy in the beginning. It's a 50-minute race. We're gonna have a pit stop in the middle. All right, we have a pick here. Hopkins, Camson, then Ollie from Terry. Cars are getting situated. Hopkins have the inside line. Behind him we have Ollie and Bisharek in the yellow car. He looks very hungry there. Look at that. They're kind of out of position a little bit. I mean, at least Bisharek gets a really, really good run. So he's in front of Ollie at this point, coming up the hill. And Kansund is really challenging. Let's just go down the field here. It looks like it was very clean. I don't see any yellow flags. And Kansund is racing here into the oh, there's Timmy, and sorry about that, Hopkins. So I'm gonna do Timmy cam. So just so you know, Timmy is making noise. Looks very clean here. Hopkins keeping the lead. I'm gonna mute for a minute. I think they calmed down a little bit. So great racing here. I'm seeing some position changes in the back. Oh, something happened. Castengay went off. See how we're doing up here. So Hopkins starts to get a little buffer between him and Kansund. Bisharek is pushing to get into position here behind Kansund before he starts to drive away. So Bisharek in his Lexus. Behind him we had Daniel Britos. He did a really cracking start. Let's see how far he... Yeah, Britos is up 2 positions. So is Don behind him. Did a really good job in the start. And we didn't have any pandemonium. Just panning down here so we get some camera on people in the back as well. A little race here with Skelton. So here coming through, first lap is completed and went very, very clean. Don is really pushing on Britos. See if he's gonna be able to keep contact with him coming up through Eau Rouge. So maybe do a move on the Camel Straight. It's really the best place to pass here, I think. Unless you want to do a really late break on when you come to the bus stop. Have a little train of cars behind these guys with Ollie and Shannon. Shannon is making a move. It's passing Ollie. What's gonna happen here on the inside? Oh, he tucks in behind Don. Very nice racing. Yeah, Tim is downstairs, so something happened here. Banks, tried to catch Banks. I think he went off. Yeah, Tim is downstairs, but he's kind of loud anyway. He wasn't in my lap at least. Radislav lost a little bit of time there. I think maybe he went a little bit wide. So now Britos is up pushing. Britos has really... Oh, Parks is going out in his pretty livery, coming down to the bus stop. He's going to lose another position to... No, he's keeping it. Closing the door there. Yeah, great field here. We have 26 cars on track today. It's a beautiful day. Shannon. Is he going to make a move on Queen? Getting a good tow coming down to the bus stop. I'm gonna try to make a move. I think here the strategy is just to connect with the car in front as much, get as close as possible so you get a good run up Eau Rouge. Look at this train of cars, very close, as we have completed the first 5 minutes of the race. Gonna be interesting to see what kind of pit strategies people are doing. It's a long pit. So if you screw that up, it's really bad news. You really want to make sure you get clean pit stops. In the Porsche Cup yesterday, the pit stops were very clean. Just a reminder, last race was won by Radislav, and Hopkins was P2. Oh, something happened with Statis. Let's do a little replay and see what happened coming up. Oh, he got a little unstable. Is he going in? Oh, he got a bad hit there. Unfortunate. Unforced error. It's easy to come up there and you get on the right-hand curb a little bit too fat and you start to wobble around, and yeah, that's bad news. Kanson 0.4 behind, and Bishrek is catching up too. So this little three-way here is really heating up. And when we get into the tire changing time frame and the pits open 15 minutes after start. So let's see what kind of strategies we're gonna see. Hopje is trying to reach Ferrara in his Porsche. Hopje driving the Aston Martin in the pretty cool livery. Red Bull is always cool. Let's see what kind of other views we have. Skelton is chasing up Margaritis down in P22, P21. And Nikos is trying to reach Tennant. Frederick Tennant, twin brother of Frank. We wish Frank speedy recovery. We saw him on the track actually, which was really good here as practice. So great to see that. That's what we're here for. It's the camaraderie. Is that the word? And camaraderie. And we wish Frank all the best. Don Queen had a little flag thing going here. Let's see what happened there. Oh, that's a bad hit. Kind of hit the rear quarter there. That's unfortunate, but this triple here is looking really spicy still. Very racy. Looking back to McKay, he's 0.4 behind, 0.6. He lost a little bit time. It's a lot of this kind of semi-close racing. Here is Jeremy and Benny. Benny Heim had he was so unlucky the first couple of races. I hope he's gonna have a good race today. Jeremy's really putting the pressure on him. But the Lexus, it's a really fast car. Hard to reach, but McLaren, don't discount the McLaren. Yeah, Jeremy's really in there sniffing. Skelton just passed Margaritis for P21. McKay, he just passed Don Queen, and then we have Ferreira just behind. So I think maybe he must have some damage. We probably can't wait to get into the pits when they open. Another 5 minutes or so. Yeah, looks like Don have problems with the traction. I think we're gonna see him lose a little bit of position on track. Pereira is there very close in his Porsche. See when they come up the hill if they're gonna be able to do something on the straight. Now Hoopje is really getting on to Ferrara. Hoopje goes really, really wide. So that's Caballero behind him. Gonna see a late break on Don. Yes. Yeah, I think Don is really struggling. Yeah, here comes Hoopje too on Don. Oh, Don, he can't wait to get in to maybe repair some of the damage. He becomes a little bottleneck here, so we have a little Constantino effect with Hoopje and Caballero behind him. Hopkins is lapping fast. He's doing a 2:19.8 in the leader position. Last lap for Kansan behind him was a 2:21. So Hopkins is... Don, what happened? He went a little bit wide. Got a little red flag on him, flashing by. Yeah, Hoopje past him, so now Caballero is behind Don. Don is not having a good race. Sorry to see that. Trying to set up a view so I can see a little bit more what's going on here. Yeah, Vishrek is starting to get close to Kansan. Yeah, exactly. He was kind of going in with the whole rear quarter there. Oh, here we go, side by side, Rainier and Caballero coming into the bus stop, a little door to door. Really tight behind as well with Arobas, Odette and Ellis. See how that's going to develop as we come up on the Camel Straight. Odette is looking on the inside a little bit. Right, Timmy Cam is off. There's someone walking the dog outside, and that's actually absolutely forbidden in Timmy's world. They have to be punished with foul language from... Oh, that is a bad hit. Look at that. Let's see. That's Parks getting on the curbing. And oh, he's oversteering and nose first. Ouch. That must have hurt. Jeremy is putting pressure on Heim. Jeremy in P15. Our fearless leader. If you're new to this eSeniors series, up in the chat I put in a link to our website where racers 50 years and older. You can find us on SIMGRID, but you need to get verified, age verified, in order to join, and you get then an invitation link to the championships. But we're doing fun races during the week too, if you just want to, you know, hang out and have fun and don't participate in... Oh, Don, what happened now? Let's see what happened. Don is not having a good race. He's going... yeah, he doesn't have any downforce. I'm sorry to laugh here, but it's just, he is not having a good race. He's going into the pits, and I think he's just 30 seconds too early. Or look at that, his car is messed up. Yeah, Timmy Fan Club. Oh, look at his car. It is messed up. And he's stopping there a couple of, probably sit there for 20 seconds to kind of wait out for the pit lane to open. And now someone is queuing up behind him. I wonder how this is going to work. I think sometimes you actually get penalties when you do that. He's moving. I'm going to stay with him a little bit. There's a little drama. Drama going on. All right, pit window is open. So let's see what happens with Don. Yeah, we'll see here what happens with Don actually if you're gonna get the penalty for that or not. I don't think so. Oh, Jeremy is really looking racy. Is he gonna come into on the inside on Puhorn? That's also a good place to pass. Yeah, he's getting the inside. Oh, that's beautiful. Good job by Jeremy there. Look at that. Jeremy up to P13. Beautiful pass. Good racing. So yeah, Vyshek and Kansun still kind of fighting it out. They've had a couple of invalid laps here, which can hint that they're driving a little bit too hard. But they're just a second between them. So anything can happen. Here comes Lee Ellis. Let's make something happen. He's in P15. On Heim, is he gonna be able to get a good exit, better exit than Heim? Looks like it. Yeah, that was smart. I wasn't sure that was it was possible to do that. Just sit in and wait, but I guess it could. Oh, it's Lee Ellis trying to get a really good run, and he does. He looks very racy. Yeah, I'm gonna see how much damage or how much time Mr. Queen spent. Yeah, he's been sitting in the pits for over 2 minutes now. So that's rough. Banks chasing Skelton. We're on lap 7. So the pits are open, but we're probably not going to see anyone dive in until half-time, is my guess, when it comes to the top drivers that hasn't had any type of accidents. Just going around here to see where there's a delta that might show that we're going to get some battles going. So we have Lee Ellis in P15 trying to reach Benny Heim. Yeah, Lee Ellis is he's getting closer. Out of the stable lot. Here we go, coming into the bus stop. Is he gonna try and do late break? Yes, he does. Try to really get a good run out of the last turn bus stop. Lexus is he's keeping pace. The very times are almost identical on these two guys. They're doing a really good job. Margaritis is just past Tennant, but Tennant is coming back. Margaritis have the inner side, inside of the first turn. He's going to be able to defend, yes. Oh, he goes really, really wide. That gives Tennant an opportunity. Frederick is going to drag race here into the coming up Eau Rouge, so he plays himself ahead. Marguerite is looking a little bit on the inside, but this is not the place to try and do any moves unless you come up here and maybe get a good run, but he's not really successful on his run out of there. Marguerite is losing time. Let's see Thomas in his white car, his Porsche, facing down Caballero from Uruguay. Lee Ellis getting really close to Benny now. The top three, Hopkins, Canson, Bishrek, doesn't really seem to change in any way. 4 minutes left to halftime, when we're probably going to start to see a couple of pit stops. We just had pits for damage so far, not really for as part of any viable strategy. Oh, we see Ellis or Heim is going really wide. Let's get into his cockpit. You can see him late brake to position himself for a run. Oh, Heim is going really wide, missing his braking point possibly. And here comes Ellis on the inside. Drag racing into the last turn. See if Heim can defend. Maybe with a late brake here. Yes, he does. Ellis is doing the right thing. He's biding his time and gets a good run out of that turn. So let's see. Now we're coming up to Eau Rouge. Ellis, yeah, it sticks so far. See if he can get a good run. Little tap on the brakes there in coming up Eau Rouge. And the yellow flag is blinking on Odette. Here comes Heim on the inside. Look at that. Look at that Lexus coming on the inside, spitting fire as he comes in and actually completes the turn. That was a great exchange between these two drivers. Ellis and Heim is still battling coming into this turn. Yeah, this is fun to follow. We're going to follow this for a little bit. See a yellow flag for Shannon ahead of these guys. Not all right, we're calling for the undercut for Canson. Let's see if that happens. Ellis is still chasing. Oh, going wide there, Heim is. That could possibly be a warning. Great racing. We have Ellis sticks like glue to the rear of Heim. But the Lexus, we see that one, that car really strong once you come up on the straight, coming into the stubble. Coming out here, so this is this is just the drag race now into towards the bus stop. We see Ellis position himself. Is he going to be able to do a late break? Is that the strategy here? I'm not sure. Oh, going really wild again by Heim. That might actually also be a warning. Who knows? Probably going to see in the later part of the race. We're going to see probably a couple of. Oh, here we go. Ellis goes in. Now we start to see some pit stop. Canson went into the pits. Hopkins and Bishrek is still out. See how that's going to pay off for Canson. There is Canson in the pits. Hopkins is staying out. He seems to be comfortable. He has a pretty decent time. He's 1 second faster than Radislav in on his last lap. So a good call there, AJ. or the undercut of Canson. Let's see if that pays off. Bishrek have really lost tempo here when it comes to Hopkins. Gonna see what kind of times we see in the pit stop. Yeah, let's see, a decent pit stop is almost 2 minutes here. A minute 50, I'd say, is the ideal pit stop. And then time in pit, so to speak, but you only stop for 30 seconds. But so far we have a couple of people that has... Yeah, more than half the field have now pitted. Hopkins, Vishrek still out. Vishrek is the fastest on track. He's 270 kilometers. That's the fastest. So here we go. Vishrek is in. Vishrek is in the pit, so is Hopkins. Let's see how this will affect the standings on track. Let's catch Canson. So Canson is out. So now he has to push and get up to temps really quick. Yeah, I was gonna say Canson, what kind of stop time did he have? Canson, he had a very decent. He had a 150 in total, so 33 second lifted. So that's good. So Canson coming around, so he needs to push here and try to close up as much gap as he can possibly can accomplish. So Vishrek is out. Hopkins is rolling. Let's see. Oh, okay, so he just came into the stop. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on Vishrek and see what... oh, Lawrence. Oh, he's coming in there. Okay, let's see. Canson comes into the bus stop. Let's see. Yes, yeah, thanks for telling me, AJ. So Canson. So he's coming around the first turn. Let's just switch to... Vishrek is rolling. And Vishrek is... Oh yeah, here we go. Here's Canson. He took Vishrek. Canson took Vishrek, so that was a good move. And Ollie goes into the pit now, so now we start to get the pit stop shaken out. So yeah, Hopkins is... let me see what they spent. So Hopkins, Canson and Vishrek have very similar times in the pits. Vishrek a little bit slower. View again. Great. So yeah, 2.4 here to between these guys. In Canson and Hopkins, and Vishrek is 4 seconds behind Canson. So yeah, great move here. So that's, again, I really love the pit stops because that really shakes things up. Ollie is the last one in pit. So now the field is pretty much stretched out, but we're probably going to see it compress a little bit because some of these guys that are a little bit earlier, have better tires or have gotten the temperatures up maybe in a better way. Here's a challenge from Thomas on Caballero. Going to be able to stay with him. Coming into the bus stop. See if the Porsche is going to be able to get the good run to challenge the McLaren. Pretty decent exit. Behind these guys we have Shannon. I'm sorry, Robus. I'm sorry, it's Hupia that sits back here, sorry. Here we go, coming up into Kemmel. Less than 20 seconds. Oh, we saw Caballero going wide. Wonder when we're gonna see the first stop and go here, drive through. Britos chasing down Ferreira. Britos doing a great job. I'm gonna see here on the statistics who is Peter David is up in P4. He's been sneaking up there kind of under the radar. He's up 6 positions compared to his starting point, and so is Thomas Regnier. He's in P10, and Lee Ellis also up 6 positions, and Andy Skelton is up 7 compared to his starting point. Spectacular racing. So Peter David, P4, really, really good. Let's see what did he do last race. Yeah, he had some problems with penalties and stuff. So he P10 last race. He's in his Nissan, one of the few guys with a Nissan. Yeah, you're right, AJ. There, we haven't seen any speeding in the pit lane. That's a good observation. That's actually a really good observation. Let's look at Thomas. Maybe he can take yet another position. So he's up 7 position is this race. So going to be able to pass Caballero. Finally, he's been chasing him for a couple of laps now. Follow them for a bit. Oh, look like he's really getting a good run there. Don't forget to join us for the podium interview. So here we go. Let's see. Thomas is able to get yet another position. He has the outside line. See if Caballero gonna defend the late break. Sometimes the late break gives you a little bit of heartache because you might go in too fast. But yeah, Caballero doing a good job. Oh, he's going wide there. That gives Thomas an opportunity on the inside. Excellent move. And he makes it stick. So yeah, great racing. See who else is running. Hupia is now getting him Caballero into his sights. Sorry, I'm getting quiet here. I'm just working on some data. Trying to fix something. All right, pit window is closed. Daniel Britos looking racy. Again, this is a really good job by Britos. Let's look at Kanson. He has now the fastest lap. Oh, Beneheim, what happened? Let's look at the replay here. Oh, I missed the whole kind of the whole situation there, but yeah, Benny, I feel for him because as I mentioned before, he has had kind of bad lap on the different races here. Yeah, Kanson have the fastest lap right now. That's a 2:19.3. That's almost the qualifying time. So we have quite a bit of distance, like 4.5 seconds, 3.5 to 4, 5 seconds between these first guys. Mackay has lost the position. Ferreira goes up to P5. Daniel Britos is fighting to get up to P6. Is he going to be able to succeed? I'm working on a possible podium graphic here while we're racing. I also have that ready. I should have a little graphics team that can work with me. Oh, here we go. Statis looks racy in his Audi. Oh, something happened. Thomas is coming up on the Row Rouge. Something happened. Let's see. Oh, coming up the hill. Oh, he's sliding. Is he hitting the wall? No, he's able to... Oh! He looked like he was able to recover. So anything can happen. Britos up in P7. Let's see where he started. Actually, he's one downbound position. He started in P6. So Peter David still running in P4. He's up 6 positions. Less than 12 minutes left of the race. So if you are just joining, give me a like, subscribe. And for anyone, I'm gonna post in the chat here. I'm gonna post if anyone watching and want to have more information on this organization, go on our website. Connect with us and get age verified so you can race with us. for Peter David. Let's try what kind of times is he doing. Doing a really solid job. I forgot to see. Yeah, so he's up 6 positions. Really, really cool. He's doing a 228. So yeah, it looks like Ferreira is kind of getting him, reeling him in a little bit. Oh, Hopkins, yellow. What happened? Like I said, anything can happen. So we have a replay now on Hopkins. Oversteer. And that gives Kansen the opportunity to pass. Oh, that's unfortunate. So Vishrek. Let's see where they are in the rotation here. Okay, so we have Parks is behind Vishrek. In front of Vishrek, we have Hopkins. Or we have Shannon and then Hopkins. Yeah, so Kansen is in the lead. Like I said, anything can happen. It's 9 minutes. 9 minutes left. See if Hopkins can claw back into range. I would think he could, unless he has a lot of damage. Doesn't look too bad. He doesn't have a flapping hood, at least. But that was certainly not what he wanted. He was very comfortable up there. Like I said, anything happened. Britos is now up in P6. Back where he started. Great race for him. Let's see where he was last race. Daniel Britos, he placed he's been very solid. P9, P10, P8, P7. So he's been improving here basically every race. If he can keep this up. So don't forget, we have a double header as usual here on Saturdays. So the next split, P1 or the Group 1, I'm going to commentate on that one as well. Starting 1:30 Central Time. And tomorrow at 11 Central Time, we're going to have our first endurance race. I don't think it's going to be broadcasted unless we can get maybe Mike Maleski to do that. But I'm going to stream my car. I'm going to race with AJ. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been working on the Audi. AJ have been a great coach. Now it's just for the student to be able to follow the coaching, which I haven't really been successful in. But it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So look out for those streams. We probably have several drivers that are going to stream that race. Here comes Banks on the inside. Is he going to be able to? Yes. Late break. Hopkins is not really successful here catching up with Kansen, so this might be podium. Let's see what goes on down here. It's McKay on Britos again. Hey, Nikos! You were on track. What happened? Alright, McKay is challenging in the bus stop. Oh, a little slip there by Britos. What's he gonna do? Yeah, he's gonna be able to defend. The Audi of McKay is probably gonna be able to do a little action here on the straight. Looks very racy. That's a good looking livery as well. Look at that thing. Lost a little bit time there in the turn. Coming up on Kemmel. We haven't seen any track violations being punished yet. So no one was speeding in the pit lane, which is very surprising. Thomas chasing up Caballero. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peter David, really good job. Just following these guys. It has a delta where we can see some action. See if we can get... we're gonna have interviews, so hope you're gonna follow that after the race. Hopkins is still chasing, less than 4 minutes. Let's go inside his cockpit and see if we can get any sense of if he has some compromised downforce after going into the wall. Yeah, he's not lifting there. Got a good run, but he's still 1.8 behind Canson, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to do something. Canson seems really comfortable. His best is 2:19.3. I have a little problem here all of a sudden. Seeing timings. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good now. 24 people left. Okay, Nikos got punted from behind, damage, got pit off. Rage quit. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear. Oh, Thomas. Something happened with Thomas. Castongay chasing Skelton. Very surprised we don't see any penalties yet. 2 minutes left of the race. Oh, leader is on the final lap. Hopkins is chasing Canson and getting really close. He's not really comfortable coming through. He was sliding quite a bit, but we might see a race to the end here. Canson and Hopkins. Yeah, Hopkins lost a little ground. 1 point, he's 1 second behind. Yeah, Nikos, that's an interesting observation actually. Yeah, every car is different, so I'm just trying to get used to the Audi, which is very different from McLaren, I feel. But this is a good run here. I mean, Hopkins is Probably a different strength here between these two guys in the different sectors. Let's see if Kansund is going to be able to keep it up. So he seems to be a little bit faster in this sector. BMW versus Audi. Yeah, looks like Kansund have the upper hand. And still no pit or no warning, so Kansund have a little traffic in front of him. Who is that? Okay, all right, sorry. Kansund, getting back to Kansund, has a little traffic as it comes into bus stop here, but I don't think that's actually going to impede him very much. No. Here we go, coming through. Kansund P1, Hopkins P2, Bishrek P3, and Peter David P4. What a race he had. Yeah, great improvement. Such a great guy. Really happy to see him succeed in this race. Wonderful to see. Get my interviews ready. Let's see if we can get someone in here. Are we gonna go over to the interview. So there we have it. Mappe Kansund, Bruce Hopkins, and Radislav. Let's see if we can catch these guys into the room. Mappe Kansund, are you up for a little interview? We're going to get Bruce Hopkins too.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right, let's get Bruce Hopkins. Let's see, where is he there? Oh, I need to try and drag him into the room. Bruce. I need to find a better process for this. Here we go. No, he didn't show up. One more try. Bruce Hopkins coming in. Bruce Hopkins, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Welcome, guys. So, yeah, Radislav is normally not on the chat there, so I'm not going to be able to get him in. So let's start with you, Bruce. Very solid race, and then it wasn't. So tell me, what happened?
Oh, ran really well. Mappy kept me honest the whole race there. It was just right on my butt. I couldn't get a gap. Pit stop was good, running really good, but this Audi is just sketchy. I could not do a Rouge Ratty on flat out, and he could, and he'd catch me down that straight every lap. And I'd have to try to work it through the twisty bits to gain back up again. And there's a couple times early in the race, we were going side by side. I was guarding the inside and was able to cut in there. But finally in Bruxelles just caught me. The Audi, sometimes I get on the gas just a little too fast and it'll spin out, and it just turned me right into the wall there, and that was it. All I could do was just hold station, try to stay in front of Visharek and just follow him, and he ran a perfect race, no mistakes. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, so Mappe, I haven't really talked with you before, so congratulations getting up on the winner here. How was your race? I mean, you seem to be pretty comfortable, and then you got that big break in the end here where you could kind of clinch it.
Yeah, it was a good race. I didn't think I had the speed to catch up. You always kept me 1 second behind, and every time I got a little bit closer, you just opened up that gap again. So I thought that it was a safe win for you. But then I was lucky in the second part of the race where you made a small mistake, and I was able to pass and stay in front. So I guess we were quite evenly paced. Actually, I set my personal best at this track, the second stint, third lap after the pit stop, I think. So that's an added bonus, I would say.
Yeah, I think the BMW is strong on this track. It's just like a big tractor.
Yeah, because it handles the bumps really well going up the hill, and all the other curbs you need to cut to make really quick lap times.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I refresh here, if they have loaded. Then yeah, okay. So yeah, they haven't loaded the results yet. I thought that maybe could see how everything changed, but yeah, I mean, great race, guys. Enjoyed it. A lot of cars on track, but we didn't have anyone that was speeding in the pit lane. That was I'm not sure that has ever happened before.
How about track cuts? Did anyone have a drive-through?
No drive-through.
Wow, that's really good.
So yeah, very good race.
There was one penalty. Someone got a penalty. I saw on the screen.
Oh really?
Car 1, 2, 3, I think.
Oh, yeah, I missed that completely. So 1, 2, 3. Who is that? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, okay, that's Benny Heim. Benny, I feel for him because he's one of our new drivers, and he has been so unlucky the first couple of races. He got hit, and then he was speeding in the pit lane, and yeah, not a good race for him because he went off track. But yeah, thank you for doing the show for us and giving us a great race. I'm gonna get ready for. I'm gonna commentate on the next race as well. So maybe you.
Wait, you're not in the car?
No, I've been focusing on. We're gonna do the endurance tomorrow, and I've been driving the Audi the whole week, so I haven't been practicing in the McLaren at all. So
you need to give me a setup then.
Yeah, well, once we settle down on that.
I cannot get that thing to go flat out through a Rouge and Radeon. It is so sketchy.
Yeah.
It is just not comfortable.
I think I have a good setup for that. I'm getting a lot of coaching also from AJ, which I'm going to race with tomorrow. He's super fast, and I'm like 2-3 seconds slower than him. So I'm going to qualify, and then he's going to run up the field. So we'll see how that goes.
Very good. Good luck in that.
All right, guys.
And thanks for the commentating.
All right, no problem. Thank you, guys,
Thanks.
and congratulations again to the podiums.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you for joining. So don't forget that we're going to have Group 1, and we're going to see that in a little bit. I'm going to be back then, so I'll catch you then.